Looking for these better days.
It is Friday, February 27th. I'm Scott Seidenberg. Here's what you need to know to make today a better day. A record-setting performance from the Charlotte rookie sensation, Con Kneppel. We'll update the NBA Rookie of the Year odds. And another win for Luke's college basketball betting angle. More on that coming up. Mackenzie Rivers joins me on this episode of Better Day, presented by FanDuel. And Mackenzie, we start in the NBA, where Con Kneppel and the Charlotte Hornets beat the Pacers 133-109 last night. And in doing so, Kneppel sets the rookie record for the most three-pointers made in a single season after making his 207th three-pointer last night. Now, here is what jumps out to me about this record, Mac. He broke the record previously set by Keegan Murray. Okay? Keegan Murray.
Fame. Yes.
Keegan Murray broke the record in 80 games. Con Kneppel played his 59th game last night.
Plus 120 on Con Kneppel. But the Cooper flag is minus 220. Man, the VIG in these markets is absolutely phenomenal. Con Kneppel is the rookie of the year. I mean, the biggest stat for him on the 26th was Cooper flag, 0.0 minutes, still not back. Con Kneppel's now, they're in the 10th seed. They're almost 500. They've gone 5 games over their win total. It's all because of him. No one else is really flying past expectations. I mean, Brandon Miller has been good. LaMelo Ball's been good, but I wouldn't say they're flying past expectations. It's so rare for a rookie to impact winning, and all the numbers say he is.
We've been giving this out for weeks now, it seems, at various numbers, and currently up on FanDuel, as you mentioned, Cooper flag minus 210, still the favorite. Con Kneppel now down to plus 120 to win the NBA's Rookie of the Year. And the more games that Cooper flag misses, it's more out of sight, out of mind. Meanwhile, Kneppel just keeps setting records. He leads the NBA with the most three-pointers made this season with 209. And as I mentioned, broke the single-season rookie record in 11 fewer games. 21 fewer games. That's incredible, his accomplishment this season. Steph Curry holds the NBA single-season record with 402 three-pointers made. I don't think that he's going to get there this year. 209 is a big number. Yeah. I don't think he hits 200 more threes. But I could see this happening within the next couple of years, Mackenzie.
Look, he's a rookie making 3.5 threes a game. Is he going to be Steph Curry one day and making 5 threes a game? It's not crazy. If you think about where Steph Curry was as a rookie or Ray Allen, I mean, 4 threes in an NBA game at any time is a lot, and that's what he's been averaging recently.
I mean, he was 8 of 12 last night. He was 8 of 12
half that, and he would be setting records as he is right now. I don't even think it's close. Like, I think on the merits, Cooper flag has been really impressive as far as it's very LeBron James, Carmelo Anthony. It's very LeBron James, Carmelo Anthony. Carmelo Anthony went to a Nuggets team expected to do nothing, scored 20 points per game on great efficiency, got rebounds, led them to the playoffs. LeBron James, 19 points per game, a few more assists, a few more turnovers, less efficient, did not make the playoffs, did not exceed expectations for that terrible Cavs team that weren't expected to do anything, but they didn't. Every NBA hoop head at that moment knew Carmelo Anthony was not the better player, but he was the Rookie of the Year. Con Kneppel, he could be the better player. I'm not ruling it out. Probably not when you think about the fundamentals of can't teach height, etc., defense, etc. Yeah. He's been better this year. He is the Rookie of the Year. I'm going to get on your Aaron Judge soapbox and speak it into existence.
I love it. It's happening. It's happening. I mean, I absolutely love it. A couple of more crazy stats from Con Kneppel this season. 93% of his threes are coming off of assists. That is a true catch and shoot shooter. If I've ever seen one.
That's how you create space. You got to reward passes.
Now here's another note. When Steph Curry, as a rookie, made 166 threes on 380 attempts in 80 games. Con Kneppel has attempted this season 473 threes this season in 59 games. So he's firing, man. He's firing them up, but he's making them.
It wasn't until Steph Curry's 4th year that he made 3.5 threes per game.
Yeah. It's insane. Well, it's the new NBA that we live in too. Like we know,
True.
right? Like
Yeah.
teams would
Right.
literally pass up a dunk to dribble it out to the 3-point line and shoot a three.
Yeah, it's true that never before has anyone been this prolific from three as a rookie, but also no rookie's ever been given the green light the way Lee is doing it with the Hornets and the young players there.
Yeah. And good cash out of you, Mackenzie, on our NBA free play that was given out up on betterday.com, which was the over in that game, which cashed with ease. So now what are we? Our last this week, I think, or the past week, is it 6-1-1 on our free plays given out up on betterday.com?
5-1-1. 5-1-1. But we'll take it. Last year I had 3 separate 10-1 streaks. I don't want to talk about a no-hitter, but yeah, I'm going to get 5 more winners for you. Guaranteed.
Let's keep it coming. As always, free plays up on the homepage at betterday.com. Also, free plays inside this newsletter that you are probably reading right now. I'm saying that just so I can type it into existence later when I transcribe the podcast.
Wow.
So, yeah.
That's meta.
Yeah, exactly. If you're listening to this pod, make sure you go to betterday.com and click subscribe so you can get our free newsletter, which you get every single morning, Monday through Friday, 6 a.m. Eastern time, special editions on the weekends when there's special events, coming from March Madness. We'll have some weekend newsletters as well with some new contributors to the website that will be providing some picks during March Madness as well. Other results in the association last night. Let's make it now 11 straight wins for the San Antonio Spurs, who handled the Brooklyn Nets. No surprise there. How about the Tancramento Kings with a 130-121 upset win over the Dallas Mavericks? Speaking of an upset win, Suns at home beat the Lakers 113-110 despite 41 points from Luka. Grayson Allen had 28 points. The Suns beat the Lakers. It seems like we're piling on the Lakers every single pod, Mackenzie, but they deserve to be piled on.
It's so amazing that I can say in the fall, look at the Lakers' record. Every year they do this. Every year they give them the easiest schedule in the league, and they're always vastly overrated. And people I don't know why he does it, because he doesn't work for ESPN anymore. Zach Lowe will tell you, this is why their stats don't matter. This is why they come up in the clutch. This is why they're as good as their record, even though they haven't played anybody. They're 10-2, and they're going to be a contender in the West. Everybody was wrong about them in the summer. No one was wrong about them in the summer that doubted them, that said they didn't get any starters. Marcus Smart is not a starter. DeAndre Ayton was cut from the Blazers, a non-playoff team. They didn't do anything that you would think they would be great, better than their average net rating last year. But the hype train comes on, November, December, Christmas, and now they have a real schedule. They play real teams, even though the Suns aren't very good. And they're not that great. They're the same team that got blown out by a pretty, a good but not great Minnesota team in the playoffs in 5 games. And it's they're not far apart from it. And I won't even blame LeBron for it, even though I could for several minutes, but it's just not no one on the team plays defense, including LeBron, but that also includes Luka and Austin Reeves. He tries, but they built their team around flashy offense, and that's what they got.
Yeah. Amen, Mackenzie. Let's take a look at the schedule for tonight in the association, where we have what could be another Eastern Conference Finals preview. We've had them now for the past week or so, whether it was the Cavs facing the Knicks, the Pistons against the Knicks. Well, tonight we have the Cavs against the Pistons up on FanDuel right now. Detroit is a 6-point favorite over Cleveland, Mackenzie.
Got to lean to the Pistons here. No Donovan Mitchell likely, who was out with a groin. James Harden questionable, but if he does come back with a thumb fracture, is he going to be 100%? I'm actually surprised the line isn't bigger. I would say these are even teams on paper, but moving from even-ish 2.5, 4 points to 6.5, I don't think is enough. Donovan Mitchell's worth at least 4 points by himself.
All right. We do have our favorite NBA system in play for tonight. The Boston Celtics, coming off of a loss, will take on the Brooklyn Nets up on FanDuel. The Celtics 17.5-point favorites, but the system, Mackenzie, going back years, is we play the Celtics opponent's team total to go under after the Celtics lose a game this season. The Celtics, after a loss, are 14-5 straight up, 12-7 against the spread. The opponent's team total, 14-5 to the under. I don't think it's a coincidence that when the Celtics are 14-5 straight up, the opponent's team total is 14-5 to the under. Actually, that it doesn't
14-5 ATS.
No, they're 14-5 straight up. They're 12-7 ATS after a loss. But they're 14-5 straight up. They're also 14-5 to the opponent's team total going under. And I did check, and there were actually games where their opponent went over their team total that they won. So it's not exactly every 14 wins, all 14 wins with the 14 unders, but it's just the same number, 14-5 to the opponent's team total going under. Are we firing Nets team total under?
Yes, Nets team total under makes sense. Coming back to Boston, Nets have been absolutely terrible since they got rid of Cam Thomas, who's a 25 points per game scorer. They didn't want to pay him league minimum. They don't really care about offense. They care about development and all that jazz. I'm going to recommend two plays, though. I'm going to say we played Nets team total under. I'm also just going to lay it with the Celtics because they are a team without Jason Tatum, without their kind of foundation from a few years ago, that sometimes just get happy and makes a lot of threes and gets up and down. Against the Pacers, the team total last time this awful loss thing was coming up, they almost gave it all away, even though they're up by 30 in a meaningless fourth quarter. So if you have the spread and the team total, you kind of, I think, you're likely to go 2-0, but you might be a little less nervous down the stretch.
Yep. Elsewhere on the schedule tonight, the Knicks 8-point favorites at the Bucks. The Grizzlies visit the Mavericks. Dallas laying 6 at home. And then a marquee matchup in the Western Conference, Mackenzie. The Denver Nuggets at the Oklahoma City Thunder. Currently up on FanDuel right now, OKC an 8.5-point favorite, total of 231.5. Now, we don't know for sure if SGA is going to play, but the news that came down yesterday was that SGA has been cleared to return after missing the last 9 games with an abdominal strain.
It's very much like the other MVP contender, Nikola Jokic, coming back versus the Clippers, kind of saying, hey, we beat you last year in the playoffs. Let me keep you down. And Jokic came back and scored 30 points and won in a great game. He's off the injury report. I'd be surprised if he didn't play, and he better play if this line is to make any sense. Like I don't think you can get to 8 without a fully healthy SGA. That said, I kind of lean to the Nuggets because what are the chances that he is absolutely 100%? Game 7 last year when Aaron Gordon played but wasn't Aaron Gordon, it was 7 at close. So Aaron Gordon officially out, but really the same. I mean, would you want to hobble Aaron Gordon or no Aaron Gordon at all? And the Thunder are 8. I think it's a little bit too much.
Okay.
Want to know why betting the winter games on FanDuel makes sense? From game lines to medal counts to finding your angle on the events you care about most, FanDuel gives you more ways to stay connected to the action. The winter games are on, and there's no better way to follow them than with a bet on FanDuel. Curling matches that start slow and somehow get tense fast. Speed skating decided by inches. Hockey games that feel different from the opening face-off, and so much more. FanDuel, play your game. Must be 21 or over and present in select states. For Kansas, in affiliation with Kansas Star Casino, or 18 and over and present in D.C., Kentucky, or Wyoming. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit FanDuel.com/RG. Call 1-888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org/chat in Connecticut, or visit mdgamblinghelp.org in Maryland. Hope is here. Visit gamblinghelplinema.org or call 800-327-5050 for 24/7 support in Massachusetts, or call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY in New York.
College basketball last night. We got to give another shout out to Luke DeVista of VSiN on Twitter at LukeDIV, and boy, has his followers just increased over the past couple of days. Luke's betting angle has improved now to 38.
Why are people following him? You could just write down on the back of a napkin what the trend is and go 75% the rest of your career.
38 and 10.
Great job, Luke. Great job, Luke.
Yeah. 38 and 10 against the spread, 9-0 the last 9 plays. So we're on a 9-0 ATS run with this college basketball angle, comparing the analytic sites to the betting markets. And most of these games, if not all of them, are plus 1.5 point spreads, and last night was a cash with Eastern Washington. You know what's the craziest thing about this, Mackenzie, is all of these games, because they're aligned at plus 1.5, right? And let me just say this. Before everyone just like blindly tails this, which like people have been doing, we've been tailing it as well this week. All of these are graded off the opening line. Okay, and like I stressed this,
if you win by 10,
day,
you're going to cover all the lines. Yeah,
Exactly, but I stressed this the other day when both games resulted in 1-point wins for the plus 1.5 dogs.
Right.
If you graded it on the closing line, well, one of those games there was a flip of the favorite, and that team then closed at minus 1.5, and they only won by 1, so they didn't cover. So it's like, yes, on the opening line it was plus 1.5, but if you missed the boat, if you didn't get it at plus 1.5, well, then you were shit out of luck, because then not every time you just play it minus 1.5 and it wins. No, that's not the case, right? Maybe you play money line. I don't know. But
I mean, considering it's 38-10, maybe it would be 30-20 or so. Like,
yeah.
I mean, but
yeah, you never know.
It's not usually you're not gonna fuck up a 78% trend by not getting the best number.
I think the craziest part about this though is that because all these games are plus 1.5, these are coin flip games, right? So it could very easily also be 10-38 and not 38-10.
Right.
Like these games are so closely lined that even the sportsbook doesn't know how to handle it, right? And even the it's not like these analytic sites are saying like, oh, this team should be favored by 6. That just doesn't happen, right? Because then the sportsbooks would adjust. Guess what? The sportsbooks follow all the analytic sites. You don't think Circa has a subscription to KenPom? Right?
Right. Like they usually will. I mean, they'll set the line if they have to set it Virgin when they're they're the openers, pretty close to KenPom. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. So they're never like that far off, and so that's why almost all these games are plus 1.5. Now tonight there is an interesting game. It is a top 10 matchup. Number 10 Illinois at home against number 3 Michigan. Right now, up on FanDuel, number 3 Michigan is a 1.5 point favorite. Now I went ahead and I looked at 2 analytic sites in Bart Torvik and Haslam, and both of them have Illinois winning the game by 1 point. So I'm wondering if then Illinois is going to become the angle play for tonight, or does Michigan just win by 30? I don't know. I mean, it's very curious.
Could it go 10-0? I think it can. I think I'm leaning on the ride the train.
If I'm leaning on Illinois, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
Give me Illinois.
All right. The NHL now fully back from its Olympic break. Let's take a look at what happened last night on the schedule. Up and down night for us. It was like a 4-4 night for us. I played a lot of props last night. I was just feeling it with the props. Like I played, and this is where, man, if I just decided to do a different angle on a prop, it would have been a very profitable bet instead of a losing bet. Here's what I mean. The Rangers were playing without, obviously, Artemi Panarin, who they traded away to the LA Kings. And so now I'm thinking, who is going to pick up the slack for the New York Rangers offense without Artemi Panarin, who takes his place on the power play units and things like that? And so I played last night Alexis Lafreniere to go over 1.5 shots on goal. Well, Alexis Lafreniere only had 1 shot on goal last night, Mackenzie. And it was a goal. So, like, cash it, right? But so I lose my prop bet on the over 1.5 shots on goal. But if I just did, like, the plus 285 or whatever it was on the, anytime goal scorer, it was probably higher than that, to be honest with you. Like, it would have been a nice cash on the anytime goal scorer. I just don't like doing those bets. It's kind of like doing the home run bets. Like, those are so, like, they're just like dart throws,
I mean, there's no. He doesn't hit a home run, or you can't score a goal.
So some books have it.
Okay. Usually, some books, the vig on that is a lot, and that's usually why they can charge you that much.
The vig is insanely crazy. Yeah. So Alexis Lafreniere does score a goal, and we did hit the first period under in that one. Flyers beat the Rangers in overtime 3-2, and Igor Shesterkin's return from injury. And then a couple of heavy over games last night. The Oilers bounced back from their loss the other night. They beat the Kings 8-1. My goodness. Wild topped the Avalanche 5-2. So Colorado playing the second of a back-to-back after the break certainly hurt them. It also hurt the Devils, who lost to the Penguins 4-1. Hurt the Maple Leafs, who lost to the Panthers 5-1. And then we lost the play on the Senators. We had them against the Red Wings, and Detroit won in overtime 2-1 over the Ottawa Senators. Let's take a look at the schedule for tonight on the ice. You have the Buffalo Sabres at the Florida Panthers. Might want to be a fade here on the Panthers, maybe on the second night of a back-to-back. But up on FanDuel right now, now, it is Florida minus 114. Elsewhere, you have our Vegas Golden Knights in D.C. to take on the Capitals, and I assume that the Olympic players will be suiting up for the Vegas Golden Knights because they missed the game 2 days ago. They should be playing here tonight. Right now, Washington minus 111. Total in this one is 5.5. The Wild are at the Mammoth, and Minnesota or the Mammoth are minus 142. Excuse me. And then you have the Winnipeg Jets at the Anaheim Ducks. Quack quack quack. The Ducks are minus 125. Now, if this is Connor Hellebuck's first game back, I think he's locked in, and I want to go with like a Ducks team total to go under. Okay, so
he was tested. His mettle was tested on the biggest stage of all.
Yes. So if this is his first game back, we don't know. We'll see. I mean, I assume so because Eric Comrie played the other night. So this should be Hellebuck's first game back from his Olympic break. Okay, Mackenzie, NFL, any news from the scouting combine? I know a lot of people were tweeting out the measurements and like the some of the results from some of these guys, like Ohio State linebacker Sonny Styles, who had the best vertical, or actually one of the best verticals, they say, for a linebacker in more than 20 years. 43.5-inch vertical jump, the highest at the combine since 2003.
For a linebacker.
So, yeah. No, I think that's for anybody. Oh, no. Yeah, for a linebacker. Yep, for a linebacker.
I mean, that's like usually when you're talking about the best NBA prospects, 40 to 44 inches. Reportedly, Michael Jordan had a 48-inch vertical, but, records from those times were sketchy at best. So probably, as athletic as Vince Carter or any of those guys.
So clearly we draft this guy, and now he's like on our field goal block team, right?
Yeah, I guess that's like the one like exactly translatable skill. Just jump right now.
Elsewhere, the New York Jets continue their fire sale as they have traded away pass rusher Jermaine Johnson to the Tennessee Titans. Hey, players are now happy to leave the Jets. Like, who cares? Speaking of trades, the Colts have granted Anthony Richardson permission to seek a trade. Good luck.
Can you think of any destination? I mean, he's not going to start next year. But is there anybody that's desperate enough of like, if our first guy isn't great, like Cleveland? No, I think it's just a distraction.
No, Cleveland already has a logjam. They're saying that like Deshaun Watson has a chance to start.
Oh yeah,
and Shedeur Sanders.
I mean, obviously Sanders will get a chance, but if it was just Sanders and Richardson, but you're right, it doesn't make sense if Watson is also on the outside looking in.
Yeah,
Arizona, if they move from Kyler Murray, and they also want to lose again next year. Who's he going to play for?
Can it be Baltimore? Can he back up Lamar Jackson and Snoop Huntley? Can he be the third quarterback there? Can Snoop Huntley teach him how to play quarterback in that system? Like, I don't know. Like,
I mean, it would be a downgrade in pay because I mean, as a top 5 pick, he's making like what, $8 million next year. Third string quarterbacks don't make $8 million.
I mean, where else does he? Miami? Like, I don't know.
Yeah,
like,
I don't know.
he's. Here's the thing. It's combine week. Can he just go back to the combine and do some drills and maybe someone will trade for him? Like, that's the only reason why he was drafted.
Can he re-enter the draft and maybe be a 4th-round pick? My prediction is he does not get traded, but he is on a roster at the beginning of next September.
It's honestly the stupidest draft pick I've seen an NFL team make in many years.
The GM's still there, right? No repercussions. They almost made the playoffs a few times.
It's just for like he was not even great in college. He's an athletic freak at the combine.
Most athletic quarterback ever, maybe.
And all of a sudden, it's like, we're going to draft you this high. Like, that to me screamed of like, the late Jim Irsay just saying like, I want that guy,
So let's see. Like, list of Colts seasons. Chris Ballard's been there since 2017.
Yep.
Let's just see how it's unfolded. So 2017, they don't make the playoffs. They're 4-12. All right, it's his first year. Then they get Frank Reich, win one playoff game in 4 years with them. Then 4-12, 9-8, 8-9, 8-9, no playoff appearances. What does he have on the Colts in the Irsay family? Is the question.
I don't know. It's like imagine you're in your war room there, okay? Bryce Young goes number 1, C.J. Stroud goes number 2, and you're sitting there, you're like, man, we're at 4. We could use a quarterback, but you know what? Those top 2 guys that were kind of back and forth between who's going to be number 1, who's going to be number 2, like, you know, we knew we weren't getting them, right? We tried to trade up, and it didn't work out for us. Okay, who are the Texans going to take? Will Anderson. Wow, that's an elite linebacker. I mean, you know, like they're just like their defense is stacked. All right, guys, who do you want? You guys want to, you know, listen, do we need Bijan Robinson? Probably not. Jonathan Taylor's pretty good. I got an idea. Listen, let's just load up on defense. Jalen Carter, this kid from Georgia, is a beast. We can go out there and take him.
I think a couple years ago.
Oh, yeah. You know, okay, you know what? Then let's shore up the offensive line, right? Let's get ourselves a big offensive tackle in the draft, right? Like Paris Johnson or, you know, like one of these big tackles, right? And someone says, hey, did you see Anthony Richardson do the broad jump? Because this kid jumps out of his shoes. And then there's like someone in the back going, you know that wide receiver from Ohio State, Jackson Smith and Jigba? That kid's got some real talent. I think he could be
wide
really
receivers
good.
never win the Super Bowl. That's a fact. Great wide receivers never win the Super Bowl.
And then there's somebody else in the room going, you know, I heard about this cornerback, Christian Gonzalez from Oregon. I think he can really help our defense. Like, he can lock down one side of the field if we just go ahead and we take this kid. I think it's going to be a great pick. And someone's like, bro, did you see his 4-cone drill, his 3-cone drill?
3.3, man, 3.3.
Anthony Richardson, I mean, that dude ran back and forth. He jumped high. We got to draft him 4th overall. Let's go. Anthony Richardson from Florida. What did he do in college? He had one good game. You know, like, it's so bad. Oh, my goodness.
I guess 7.0 is a good time for the 3-cone drill. I didn't know.
Yeah.
But
what do you get on the
he was good at it. I don't know. Maybe he didn't take it.
Yeah, that's what I want to know. Did you see that the NFLPA survey, which the NFL was like, we are not going to allow you to release this survey. And then it's like, who cares? We're releasing it anyway. Like, did you
Richardson
see that
had
out?
a 79% on it's not the Wonderlic anymore. It's the S2 cognition test.
Sure.
So,
did you
but
see
he did have
NFLPA?
a 40 inch vertical, 40 and a half. That's pretty good.
Yeah. Did you see the NFLPA report cards that were released?
Report cards? No.
Yeah, you know how all the players do the report cards? They basically tattle on their organization.
Yeah. So Cincinnati's at the bottom.
No, the Steelers finished dead last for the first time in the survey history.
And Tomlin's out of there. He's like, "What?"
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
They're not supporting my guys.
Yeah, they finished. The Miami Dolphins ranked 1st for the 3rd consecutive year, followed by the Minnesota Vikings and then Washington Commanders. And one one person that filled out this NFLPA survey says players consistently describe the organization as the best in the NFL, meaning the Miami Dolphins. Do you think it's just about like their facilities or, you know, maybe
it
like
surprises me.
You know what it is?
What is
Mike McDaniel just lets them smoke weed.
He's just chill as fuck. Exactly.
Exactly. Like, that's what it is. There's no coincidence here that 3 years in a row with Mike McDaniel, like the Dolphins are like the number 1 team in the survey, because he just shows up and he's just like, guys, you know, you guys can do whatever you want.
You know, I trust my players. You know, we're all in this together, brother.
Yeah, you guys can. We don't need a curfew. You know. Here's what we're going to do, guys. We're going to play offense, right? And if you want to play defense, it's all right, you know? And if you want to show up for practice, it's okay. But we got some new Xboxes in the players' lounge and a full fridge of energy drinks. You know? That's my Mike McDaniel impression. Yeah, pretty good. Yep. All right. That'll wrap up this episode of Better Day. As a reminder, head to our homepage at betterday.com. Click on the link to find out how you can elevate your betting game by becoming a Better Day Insider or Premium member. And also be on the lookout for free plays posted daily as well. Subscribe to our daily newsletter for free, $99. That's right. It is free. Just subscribe there. Again, click the link on our homepage at betterday.com. For Mackenzie Rivers, I'm Scott Seidenberg. Here's hoping you make today and every day a better day.
If you like the show, please take a moment to rate, review, and subscribe. It really does help the show to grow.
Thank you for listening.